The third season of the fantasy drama television series Game of Thrones premiered in the United States on HBO on March 31, 2013, and concluded on June 9, 2013, consisting of 10 episodes. HBO renewed the series for a third season on April 10, 2012, 9 days after the second season's premiere. Production began in July 2012. Like the other seasons, the third season consists of 10 episodes. It is based roughly on the first half of A Storm of Swords. Plot. The third season primarily centers on the Lannisters in King's Landing. After defeating Stannis Baratheon at the Battle of the Blackwater, they hold a firm grasp on the Iron Throne. They are threatened by their new ally House Tyrell, powerful and manipulative players of the game. Tyrion Lannister struggles with losing the power he had at hand of the king, and feels his father doesn't appreciate the service he provided the family as hand. Meanwhile, Jaime Lannister continues his attempt to return home, and begins to form a bond with his road companion, Brienne of Tarth. The Starks find themselves losing the war. They have lost the support of Lord Walder Frey, after Robb Stark broke his vow to him by marrying Talisa Major, and many members of Robb's army are losing faith in him. His relationship with his mother has also turned icy after her freeing of Jaime Lannister, though the reported deaths of her father and the younger Stark boys brings them closer. In reality, Bran and Rickon Stark are alive and continuing their journey north, with new strange allies in the Reed siblings. It was Theon Greyjoy who faked the Stark boys' deaths, and is now being physically tortured under an unknown person's command. However, a mysterious boy claiming to be sent by his sister plans to aid his escape. Arya Stark, on her journey home with companions Gendry and Hot Pie, finds herself entangled with the Brotherhood without banners and Sandor Clegane. Sansa Stark remains in King's Landing a prisoner of the Lannisters, but is now being offered help by both the treacherous Baelish and the Tyrells. At Dragoonstone, Stannis Baratheon appears a broken man after being crushed at the Battle of the Blackwater. His advisor Ser Davos is imprisoned after attempting to kill Melisandre, who still believes her god, the Lord of Light, will help Stannis return to prominence. Beyond the war, Jon Snow joins Mance Rayder's wheedling army, but with hidden intentions. His vows are tested more than ever by a growing romance with wheedling Ygritte, as he finds that he will have to choose between her and the Night's Watch. The latter has been largely decimated by a White Walker attack, and a group of them is making their way back to the wall. However, many of the Rangers find themselves also questioning their vows, putting Lord Commander Mormont's and Samwell Tarly's lives in danger. Across the narrow sea in Astapa, Daenerys Targaryen continues her quest to reclaim the Seven Kingdoms. She has a new companion in former Kingsguard member Barristan Selmy, and is still advised by Jorah Mormont. She contemplates buying the Unsullied, an elite army of harshly trained eunuchs. They are controlled by a cruel master with an intelligent young translator, Missandei. Production. Game of Thrones rapidly became a critical and commercial success after it started airing in April 2011. A few days after ratings for the second season's premiere, The North Remembers hit a series high of 8.3 million viewers. HBO announced the show's renewal for a third season. Prior to that announcement, there had been rumors and reports that showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss planned to shoot seasons 3 and 4 simultaneously. Benioff said that this would be very efficient, but impossible to write. The 10 episodes of the third season are longer than the previous seasons, about 54 or 57 minutes as opposed to about 52. The season's budget was reported to be around $50 million. Writing. The third season is based on the first half of the novel A Storm of Swords. Benioff had previously said that A Storm of Swords would need to be adapted in 2 seasons on account of its length. Benioff and Weiss also noted that they thought of Game of Thrones as an adaptation of the novel series as a whole, rather than of individual books, which gave them the liberty to move scenes back and forth across books according to the requirements of the screen adaptation. According to Benioff, the third season contains a particularly memorable scene from A Storm of Swords, the prospect of filming which was part of their motivation to adapt the novels for television in the first place. The writing credits for the third season now state written for television by instead of the usual written by credit. Season 3 saw the first significant use of the Valyrian languages, spoken in doomed Valyria and its former colonies in Essos. The constructed languages were developed by linguist David J. Peterson based on the few words Martin invented for the novels. Peterson had previously developed the Dothraki language, used principally in Season 1. Casting: the third season adds previously recurring actors Una Chaplin, Joe Dempsey and Rose Leslie to the series' main cast. Crew: David Benioff and D.B. Weiss serve as main writers and showrunners for the third season. They co-wrote 7 out of 10 episodes. The remaining 3 episodes were written by Brian Cogman, Vanessa Taylor, and the author of A Song of Ice and Fire, George R. R. Martin. Daniel Manahan, Alex Graves, Michelle McLaren, and David Nutter each directed 2 episodes. One further episode was directed by previous series cinematographer, Alex Sakharov, whereas another was co-directed by Benioff and Weiss, both making their directorial debuts, although only Benioff is credited for directing the episode. Filming: the filming of the third season began in early July 2012, and concluded with the wrap of the unit filming in Iceland on November 24, 2012. Filming in Iceland, for scenes in 5 of the season's 10 episodes, took place near Akureyri and Lake Mar 1/2 EATN. It lasted 8 days, as opposed to nearly a month for Season 2. Kit Harington broke an ankle in an accident in July, which required the Iceland shoots to be pushed back to give him time to heal, as well as the occasional use of a body double. The production was again based in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and continued to receive support from the Northern Ireland Screen Fund. The production also returned to Dubrovnik in Croatia. Morocco, a new location, was used to film downrise scenes in Essos such as the city of Astapa, for which locations in Essaouira were used. A scene involving a live bear was filmed in Los Angeles. Music: the U.S. indie rock band The Hold Steady recorded The Bear and the Maiden Fair, a ribald folk song from Martin's novels. The recording is played over the end credits of Episode 3, and the song is sung by Brian and Jaime's captors in the same episode. Set to music by series composer Ramin Djawadi, the recording was released on a 7-inch record on Record Store Day, April 20, 2013. Cast: main cast, Peter Dinklage as Tyrion Lannister, Nicolaj Coster-Waldau as Ser Jaime Lannister, Lena Headey as Queen Cersei Lannister, Emilia Clarke as Princess Daenerys Targaryen, Kit Harington as Jon Snow, Richard Madden as King Robb Stark, Ian Glenn as Ser Jorah Mormont, Michelle Fairley as Lady Catelyn Stark, Aidan Gillen as Lord Peter Littlefinger Baelish, Charles Dance as Lord Tywin Lannister, Liam Cunningham as Ser Davos Seaworth, Stephen Dillon as King Stannis Baratheon, Karis Van Houten as Melisandre, Natalie Dormer as Lady Margaery Tyrell, Isaac Hempstead Wright as Brandon Bran Stark, Sophie Turner as Sansa Stark, Maisie Williams as Arya Stark, Alfie Allen as Theon Greyjoy, Jack Gleeson as King Joffrey Baratheon, John Bradley as Samwell Tarly, Una Chaplin as Queen Talisa Major, Joe Dempsey as Gendry, Rose Leslie as Ygritte, Sibel Kekilli as She, Rory McCann as Sandor the Hound Clegane, Comleth Hill as Lord Varys, Jerome Flynn as Bronn, James Cosmo as Lord Commander Mormont. Guest cast. The recurring actors listed here are those who appeared in Season 3. They are listed in credit order by the region in which they first appear. Beyond the Wall, Ciara N. Hines as Mance Rayder, Robert Pugh as Craster, Mackenzie Crook as Ariel Skenshinger, Christopher Hivu as Tormund Giantsbane, Mark Stanley as Green, Benna Crompton as Dolores E. Tollett, Luke Barnes as Rast, Bernd Gorman as Carl Tanner, Hannah Murray as Gilly, Edward Deliani as the Lord of Bones. In the North, Natalia Tena as Osha, Iwan Rheon as Boy. Later revealed to be Ramsay Snow, Thomas Sangster as Jurgen Reed, Ellie Kendrick as Mira Reed, Christian Nairn as Hodor, Art Parkinson as Rickon Stark, Peter Vaughan as Marester Eamon, Jose Fulton as Piper, Charlotte Hope as Miranda. On the Iron Islands, Patrick Malahide as King Balon Greyjoy, Gemma Whelan as Yara Greyjoy. In the Riverlands, David Bradley as Lord Walder Frey, Gwendolyn Christie as Brienne of Tarth, Richard Dormer as Beric Dondarrion, Paul Kay as Thoros of Mai, Clive Russell as Sir Brendan Tully, Tobias Menzies as Lord Edmure Tully, Noah Taylor as Locke, Michael Mailhatton as Lord Roos Bolton, Anton Lesser as Cabune, Ben Hawkey as Hot Pie, John Stahl as Lord Rickard Karstark, Philip McGinley as Angie, Tom Brooke as Lamelath Halfray, Tim Plester as Black Walder Rivers, Alexandra Dowling as Rosalind Tully, in King's Landing, Diana Rigg as Lady Olenna Tyrell, Julian Glover as Grand Maester Pistol, Finn Jones as Ser Loras Tyrell, Esme Copyright Bianco as Roz, Daniel Portman as Podrick Payne, Ian Beattie as Ser Meryn Trant, Paul Bentley as the High Septon, Will Tudor as Ilivar, in Slavers Bay, Ian Mailhenney as Ser Bar Easton Selmy, Dan Hildebrand as Kras Monacles, Nathalie Emanuel as Missandei, Jacob Anderson as Grey Worm, Ed Skrein as Dario Nares, at Sea and Dragoonstone, Lucian Samati as Salad Hassan, Tara Fitzgerald as Queen Zelise Baratheon, Kerry Ingram as Princess Shireen Baratheon, the musicians Will Champion of Coldplay and Gary Lightbody of Snow Patrol made cameo appearances. Little Bart was the bear that fought in the pit at Harrenhal. Episodes. Reception, ratings, critical reception, review aggregator Metacritic has a score of 90 for Season 3, indicating universal acclaim, based on 25 reviews. While the Season 3 finale was generally well received, IGN's Matt Fowler stated, "Season may third have stumbled slightly with its finale, but up until then it was thrilling and traumatic." Overall, he gave Season 3 a 9/10 rating. Awards and nominations. For the 65th Primetime Emmy Awards, the third season received 16 nominations, including for Outstanding Drama Series, Peter Dinklage for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series, Emilia Clarke for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series, Diana Rigg for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series, and David Benioff and D.B. Weiss for Outstanding Writing for a Drama Series for the episode The Reigns of Castamere. Game of Thrones won the award for Outstanding Achievement in Drama for the 29th TCA Awards, and also received a nomination for Program of the Year. For the 20th Screen Actors Guild Awards, the cast was nominated for Best Drama Ensemble, Peter Dinklage was nominated for Best Drama Actor, and the series won for Best Stunt Team. Availability, broadcast. The third season premiered on March 31, 2013 in North America on HBO, in Mexico and the rest of Latin America on HBO Latin America and in Brazil on HBO Brazil. The day after, it premiered in the United Kingdom on Sky Atlantic, in the Netherlands on HBO Netherlands, in Australia on Foxtel, in New Zealand on Soho, in the Nordic countries on C More and on HBO Nordic, in France on Orange Cine copyright Marzar copyright Rise, as well as in Hungary on HBO Hungary and Romania on HBO Romania. The third season premiered in India on HBO Defined on April 8, 2013. In Greece and in Cyprus, the third season premiered on Nova Cinema 1, Nova Cinema HD on April 2, 2013. Download. The third season was made available for purchase as a digital download on the iTunes Store, in Australia only, in parallel to the US premiere. However, on May 14, 2013, Foxtel blocked the Australian iTunes Store from making the episodes available soon after they screened in the US. Season 3 was reported to be the most pirated TV show via torrents during spring 2013, estimated to be 5.2 million downloads via BitTorrent. References. External links: Game of Thrones a Euro official US site, Game of Thrones a Euro official UK site, list of Game of Thrones episodes at the Internet Movie Database, list of Game of Thrones episodes at TV.com.